What an amazing response we had to our last video. So thank you everyone who reached out either in the comment section or in person or email. It was wonderful to hear from you all. We mentioned the fear of public speaking scale, and we noticed that most people weren't at one extreme or the other, but that most people fit somewhere in the middle. And I asked you to think, what would life be like if you could move yourself along the scale just a couple of notches? How would things change for you? How would things change at work? And then how would things change at home? Because it will impact everything. Could you give presentations? Could you answer questions at the end of the presentation? Could you then persuade that client and you get that bonus and you can take that extra long holiday with your family, with or without the kids? What could happen if you develop those public speaking skills? Here at Speaking Out, we work with those career-focused individuals who even the thought of public speaking fills them with dread. In the responses that we got from the last video, some of you mentioned that it wasn't the prepared speeches that trip you up. You can do those, that's fine. It's the impromptu things. It's the answering questions at the end. That's what triggers your fear of public speaking. So today, what I'm going to talk about is my 3 top tips for keeping your audience engaged and answering questions for those situations where it's completely impromptu. So in third position, we actually have one that a lot of people don't realize is an option, and that is it's okay not to know all the answers. Let me say that louder. It's okay not to know all the answers. Okay? As long as you've done your prep work and you've actually know your topic pretty well, if you don't know the answer to one person's very particular question, then that's fine. Tell them that you don't know. So I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that further. Let me get back to you. Come see me at the end of the session and I'll get you details and I'll get back to you. But please make sure you do get back to them. All right? Don't brush them off. This isn't an excuse for not doing your homework. This is, you know your topic, but that person has asked a question that you just don't know the answer to. That's fine. Number 2 is actually a don't. Don't say In fact, I'll take it further. Don't say yep, or nope. This is a bit of a bugbear of mine, and if you know me, you know that that's true. Think about this. There's a saying, you don't want your doctor or your hairdresser saying, oops. You don't want the person giving you a speech and answering your questions saying, Okay? It shows a lack of professionalism. Now, don't get me wrong, we all say it occasionally in real life. However, we do not want to be saying in a speech or when it comes time to answer questions. For instance, yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, like yeah, I think I don't know. That gets old very quickly, and you very quickly lose the attention of your audience because they go, ugh, they don't know what they're talking about, do they? That might be a subconscious decision on their part, but it's a decision nonetheless. And we want to keep them engaged. We want them to be persuaded by whatever speech you're giving. So don't say And in number 1, we have full sentence answers. Imagine for a moment you are the audience. You've zoned out, because people do occasionally, and you zone back in and all you hear is green. Green. That's all. That's the answer to the question that somebody asked. Do you have any idea what the question was? Of course not. You've only heard one word answer. Was the question, what's your favorite color? Is the question, what color should the grass be? We're left to guess. As the presenter, answer questions with full sentences. That means reword the question So you include the question in your answer, give your answer, and lastly, give us a little bit more extra information. I know this video is slightly longer than planned, but that's okay. I really wanted to give you those 3 top tips for doing impromptu aspects of public speaking. So hang around. Next time, we're actually going to be answering some of your big questions like, how do I put in the practice? How do I implement this at work? So we'll be answering those questions next time, but please feel free to give it a go and give it a try yourself. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions or if you did try these tips, how it went. I'd love to hear from you. See you next time. Bye.